Hey Flo here. So I think I'm gonna do a short editing stream. Probably won't do like a whole reading, but I spent a little extra time at the beginning to set up this little slideshow. This is all my title screens from over the years, or at least a good portion of them for the last 7 years or so. That would be a nice fitting tribute to the demise of DLive or whatever. I'm not only streaming on DLive, but been thinking about DLive a lot this week just because it's kind of the last chance to connect with people there and do whatever I'm going to do. I don't have any big last stream planned or anything like that. I'm just do what I normally do and stream on a bunch of platforms like always, so nothing special there. Anyway, I'm not sure if all the platforms are working. It's always hard to tell. Didn't actually set up Pilled properly. I don't really like streaming there. It's just kind of annoying the way they do it. They really need to work on their user interface. Pretty bad. Like I think you have to create a post, or create a topic or something. It's the most indirect, illogical way to start a stream. And anyway, but yeah, I am streaming on Vaughn today. I wonder if that's working. I don't know if the chat's working there. I don't think so. So I guess Beam multi-chat doesn't pick up Vaughn currently. Oh man, Vaughn is horrible looking. It's like, I would say it's probably worse than Build. There's so many ads, it's disgusting. It's funny, I was watching Gives a Minute stream earlier today and he mentioned Pilled looking like MySpace, but actually it's Vaughn that looks more like MySpace with all the terrible ads and the blue theme, and oh, it's awful. But anyway, I guess nobody picks up that chat, so I probably won't be able to see chat there. Oh well. Okay, well, I guess I'll get started. Okay, so let's see here. I'm not sure what we're editing today. I probably just do 1 or 2 chapters at the most. I'm not very, I don't know, I'm kind of tired. I was actually up all night last night, or I don't know, I guess the night before, and then I tried to sleep during the day yesterday to sort of make up for it, and I don't think I slept very well, so still running on basically no sleep. Oh well. But anyway, because of that, I probably won't stream super long. Maybe just edit 1 chapter, 2 chapters at the most. Unless it goes really fast, then I'll do more, but not likely. It's too bad, like, there's not... I don't know, I wish more people would do kind of last tribute streams and have like 1 million OGs. Like, when I say OGs, I'm talking about DLive, like a last DLive stream with a bunch of OGs that haven't even been on the platform for ages. Like, Elfsar did a really cool last kind of celebration stream on DLive, although he's still streaming, but like kind of for that purpose. And he had Coin Captain, who hadn't been on DLive for a few years, and a bunch of other people on there who are still kind of streamers. But I was thinking it'd be cool to get more of that like Coin Captain kind of action going on, where you have a bunch of old verified partners and global partners come back just for one special one-time thing. I know it's not something DLive would do because they don't have any motivation to do any community stuff now that they're going away, but it would be cool if people who had those connections with those streamers somehow got them to come back just for one time. It'd be super fun. Just like a proper send off, but I don't know. I don't have those connections myself. I kind of lost contact with all the old OG streamers because most of them moved to other platforms or they just stopped streaming altogether. But that, I don't know. It's like after I've been there 7 years. It's been around for like 9 years or something. After that many years, like, I feel like with such an amazing community and culture, at least in the early days, it just feels like you shouldn't just let it fizzle out without some kind of closure or just nice celebration time. But yeah, there's only like 5 days left, so I don't think there's going to be too much of that. And they didn't announce anything. It's just weird. Like, oh, end of this month, the website's disappearing. We're not going to tell you why. We're not going to do anything to, do a nice send off. It's just goodbye. It just seems crazy to me, but whatever. Most people have already kind of moved on or figured out where they're going next and stuff, but I don't know. It just feels like a streaming platform. The whole concept of it is like community and connections and stuff. I feel like that's the least they could do is just have some special final stream. Like even maybe it's against their contracts or something, but like get Tidy to come back, do a community stream, just like a send off party thing. Or I don't know if Charles Wayne is still around, but I feel like something like that should have happened, but whatever. I mean, even the current staff, as far as I know, they don't really live stream anymore. So back in the old days, the staff actually live streamed so you could connect with them and they came around to your chats and stuff. Good times, but all that's long in the past, that's for sure. It seems weird that like I feel like it should almost be mandatory that staff, like one of the criteria for getting hired in certain staff positions is that you live stream once every 3 months or something at least. It just feels like the staff would serve the site better if they knew how to live stream and knew what it's like and connected with the community and stuff, instead of just kind of sitting in an invisible office and answering tickets and stuff or being on Discord, but like just, actually live streaming it. Then they would personally feel like the difficulties that the streamers feel, the frustrations and the joys and all that stuff. But yeah, not so much. It doesn't really happen on most platforms. Alrighty. I don't know if my chat's working today. I've been streaming at weird times, so I don't really expect there to be people coming by at this time, but if I don't test it myself, I can't even tell if anything's working. So I think some platforms like DLive, Kick, Beam, Twitch is probably working, yeah. Party's working. Trovo isn't working either, which is weird. I don't know why that is. I guess I could take that off. I don't know if social stream is just, I don't know what the deal is, but lately it's been having more problems than normal. Probably Steve is just busy and he has so many platforms on there that he isn't able to check to see if they're all working. So it's one of those things. But yeah, Trovo's not working. Let me test an actual message. Maybe it's just the emoji's not working. Nope, that doesn't work either. Let me see. I don't know. I don't get anybody coming by on Trovo anyway, but still. Let me see if I can get Trovo off. See if I can get that one on Beam. I don't remember if I set that up yet. I don't remember when Trovo's going offline either. Oh, okay, I see. Yeah. I didn't notice the little icon on Beam where it shows the little multi-chat icon. That kind of indicates whether chat is picked up or not. So it feels kind of pointless to live stream on a platform that I can't watch chat, because if somebody does come by, I just won't see it. But I don't know. Whatever. Guess I just won't worry. I'll stream to Vaughn, I guess, but nobody's gonna interact there. I won't be able to see it. Let's see if this is working. I don't know about Blaze either. Okay, it just had a delay. It's working with a delay. YouTube should be working. Rumble, okay, pretty much everything's working. All right, so I'm going to do a little editing. Chapter or two. I might have to take a break though, because I forgot to get a drink before I started. Judges chapter 5. Yeah, it's just going to be weird. Like, I've seen a lot of platforms come and go. I've probably seen over a dozen platforms start and end since I've been streaming. I don't think I could even list all of them because some of them are so obscure, but let's think of a few if I can think of them. Caffeine, I had an account there. They came and went. Glimish, live.space, arena. Although there's two arenas, I don't really understand that, but one of them came and went. And yeah, I don't know. There's so many though. There's like a big old list. There's let me see. There's one place that I could get some. Boop-a-doo. Oh yeah, omelet.gg, theta, xenon.xyz. Although that one's kind of confusing because they keep coming back and then they disappear again. VStream, which I never had an account there. Vim. I tried streaming there. I think that was one of those you had to have a weird account, like a crypto thing or something. Moonbeam, Soulbound. Oh yeah. Yeah. I remember all of those. Most of them I actually live streamed on. I at least had an account on all of them, except for VStream. Yeah, it's a lot. On that day, Deborah and Barak. On that day, Deborah and Barak, son of Abinoam, sang this song. I was originally thinking about doing one last piano playing stream before the end of DLive, but I don't really feel like it. It would be a lot of work, like many hours to get all my scenes up and running again. And I'm not sure the hardware would work with my current PC anyway, because I haven't even tested that stuff out since I stopped doing that years ago. When the princes take the lead in Israel, when the people volunteer, bless the Lord. If anyone's watching on DLive though today, let me know, because I would open the chest one last time if anybody's there, but I think Leo came and left. He's the only one that would probably be on there tonight, this morning. Listen, O kings, give ear, O princes. Give ear, O princes. I will sing to the Lord. I will sing praise to the Lord, the God of Israel. O Lord, when you went out from Seir. Not even sure the chest is still working. When you marched. When you marched from the land of Edom, the earth trembled. The heavens poured out rain. Poured out rain, and the clouds poured down water. The mountains quaked before the Lord, the one of Sinai, before the Lord, the God of Israel. In the days of Shamgar, son of Anath, in the days of Jael, the highways were deserted and the travelers took the byways. Life in the villages ceased. It ended. It ended. It ended in Israel until I, Deborah, arose, a mother in Israel. When they chose new gods, then war came to their gates. Not a shield or spear was found among 40,000 in Israel. My heart is with the princes of Israel, with the volunteers among the people. Bless the Lord. You who ride white donkeys, who sit on saddled, who sit on saddle blankets. And you who travel the road, ponder. the voices of the singers at the watering places. There they shall recount the righteous acts of the Lord, the righteous deeds of his villagers in Israel. Then the people of the Lord went down to the gates. Awake! Awake, O Deborah! Awake, awake, sing a song. Arise, O Barak, and take hold of your captives, O son of Abinoam. Then the survivors came down to the nobles. The people of the Lord came down to me against the mighty. Some came Some came from Ephraim with their roots in Amalek. Benjamin came with your people after you. The commanders came down from Machir, the bearers of the marshal's staff from Zebulun. The princes of Issachar were with Deborah, and Issachar was with Barak, rushing into the valley at his heels. In the clans of Reuben there was great indecision. Why did you sit among the sheepfolds to hear the whistling for the flocks? For the flocks. In the clans of Reuben there was great indecision. Gilead remained beyond the Jordan. Dan, why did you linger by the ships? Asher stayed at the coast and remained in his harbors. Zebulun was a people who risked their lives. Naphtali, too, on the heights of the battlefield. Kings came and fought. Then the kings of Canaan fought at Tanakh by the waters of Megiddo. But they took no plunder of silver. From the heavens the stars fought. From the courses they fought against Sisera. The river Kishon, the river The river Kishon swept them away. The ancient river, the river Kishon. March on, O my soul, in strength. Then the hoofs of horses thundered. The mad galloping of his stallions. Curse Miraz, says the angel of the Lord. Bitterly curse her inhabitants. For they did not come to help the Lord against the mighty. Most blessed among women is Jael, the wife of Heber the Kenite, most blessed of tent-dwelling women. He asked for water, and she gave him milk. In a magnificent bowl she brought him curds. She reached for the tent peg, her right hand for the workman's hammer. She struck Sisera and crushed his skull. She shattered and pierced his temple. At her feet he collapsed, he fell. There he lay still. At her feet he collapsed, he fell. Where he collapsed, there he fell dead. Sisera's mother looked through the window. She peered through the lattice and lamented. Why is his chariot so long in coming? What has delayed the clatter of his chariots? Her wisest ladies answer. Indeed, she keeps telling herself. Are they not finding and dividing the spoil? A girl or two for each warrior. A plunder of dyed garments for Sisera. The spoil of embroidered garments for the neck of the looter. So may all your enemies perish, O Lord. But may those who love you shine like the sun at its brightest. And the land had rest for 40 years. Do-do-do-do. Judges chapter 5. On that day Deborah and Barak son of Abinoam sang this song. When the princes take the lead in Israel, when the people volunteer, bless the Lord. Listen, O kings, give ear, O princes. I will sing to the Lord. I will sing praise to the Lord, the God of Israel. O Lord, when you went out from Seir, when you marched from the land of Edom, the earth trembled, the heavens poured out rain, and the clouds poured down water. The mountains quaked before the Lord, the one of Sinai, before the Lord, the God of Israel. In the days of Shamgar, son of Anath, in the days of Jael, the highways were deserted, and the travelers took the byways. Life in the villages ceased. It ended in Israel until I, Deborah, arose, a mother in Israel. When they chose new gods, then war came to their gates. Not a shield or spear was found among 40,000 in Israel. My heart is with the princes of Israel, with the volunteers among the people. Bless the Lord. You who ride white donkeys, who sit on saddle blankets, and you who travel the road, ponder the voices of the singers at the watering places. There they shall recount the righteous acts of the Lord, the righteous deeds of his villagers in Israel. Then the people of the Lord went down to the gates. Awake, awake, O Deborah! Awake, awake, sing a song. Arise, O Barak, and take hold of your captives, O son of Abinoam. Then the survivors came down to the nobles. The people of the Lord came down to me against the mighty. Some came from Ephraim with their roots in Amalek. Benjamin came with your people after you. The commanders came down from Machir, the bearers of the marshal's staff from Zebulun. The princes of Issachar were with Deborah, and Issachar was with Barak, rushing into the valley at his heels. In the clans of Reuben there was great indecision. Why did you sit among the sheepfolds to hear the whistling for the flocks? In the clans of Reuben there was great indecision. Gilead remained beyond the Jordan. Dan, why did you linger by the ships? Asher stayed at the coast and remained in his harbors. Zebulun was a people who risked their lives. Naphtali, too, on the heights of the battlefield. Kings came and fought. Then the kings of Canaan fought at Tanakh by the waters of Megiddo. But they took no plunder of silver. From the heavens the stars fought. From the courses they fought against. From their courses, not the courses. Can probably let that one slide, but kind of depends on if there's other words like that in there. Oh, it's hard to find places. Impossible to find stuff. Let's see. No idea. Okay, that's the area. Okay, so I need to fix this. From the heavens the stars fought. From their courses they fought against Sisera. The river Kishon swept them away, the ancient river, the river Kishon. March on, O my soul, in strength. Then the hoofs of horses thundered, the mad galloping of his stallions. Curse Meroz, says the angel of the Lord. Bitterly curse her inhabitants, for they did not come to help the Lord against the mighty. Most blessed among women is Jael, the wife of Heber the Kenite, most blessed of tent-dwelling women. He asked for water, and she gave him milk. In a magnificent bowl she brought him curds. She reached for the tent peg, her right hand for the workman's hammer. She struck Sisera and crushed his skull. She shattered and pierced his temple. At her feet he collapsed. He fell. There he lay still. At her feet he collapsed. He fell. Where he collapsed, there he fell dead. Sisera's mother looked through the window. She peered through the lattice and lamented. Why is his chariot so long in coming? What has delayed the clatter of his chariots? Her wisest ladies answer. Indeed, she keeps telling herself, are they not finding and dividing the spoil, a girl or two for each warrior, a plunder of dyed garments for Sisera, the spoil of embroidered garments for the neck of the looter? So may all your enemies perish, O Lord. But may those who love you shine like the sun at its brightest. And the land had rest for 40 years. Hello, Amina Misty. Yep, I am a Linux user. Friends call you T. Nice. Oh, my name's T. I get it now. My chat is duplicating messages because, let me see. Why would that be? Let me get rid of this. That should help. I'm a Kubuntu user. Nice. I looked into that. I looked into a bunch of different distributions. I settled on Pop! OS because it has the best graphics card support for, and I do a lot of video editing and stuff like that. So that's kind of important for me, and OBS and all that kind of stuff. But yep. I tried Linux Mint for a while because that also has pretty good graphics card support, but Pop! OS is better. It's considerably better. I have a Boxes instance running Arch Linux that has GNOME. Cool. Cool. Yeah, I haven't played around with Arch or Arc. I don't know how you say Arch Linux. Heard good things about it, but there's so much stuff that is supported really well for Ubuntu-based systems. So both Linux Mint and Pop! OS are built upon Ubuntu, and so yeah, I decided to go that route. Works really well. One of the cool things that I got running recently is Affinity from Windows. I wish they would just make a native Linux app, but since they haven't, being able to get that going was pretty cool. I use it as my primary graphics software. I have a couple other Windows programs that I like to use, but I don't really miss Windows at all, to be honest. Did you see Opera GX is now officially on Unix? No, I didn't really. Are you talking about? Is that the browser or is that something else? The only thing I know that's called Opera is the Opera browser. I don't know what Opera GX is necessarily. The gaming browser? Oh, okay. Yeah, I guess I don't know about that. I'm not sure. I don't do a lot of gaming. I do have Steam on Linux though. Like, for those that use Steam, it's pretty good Linux support now because of the Steam, whatever you call it, Steam OS, the little handheld device that's Linux based. So once they produce that thing, a lot of the games work. Steam Deck, yeah. Yeah, pretty cool. I don't really play games though anymore, like very rarely. Pretty much the only times I play games is when one of my old friends from high school visits, which is like once every 6 months or so. And we sometimes play games together just because that's what we used to do back in the old days. But in my own time, I basically never do gaming for the most part. I have to be in a pretty weird mood to do gaming these days. I still like it. Like I play retro games, if anything, or games on Steam that kind of have that indie retro vibe. But yeah, I just don't make time for it anymore. Yeah, it's cool. I like Linux. I don't think I'll ever go back to Windows. Windows just keeps getting worse and worse. Like Windows 11, I couldn't even stand it. I almost just, I kind of refused to use it. I stayed with Windows 10 for as long as I could. And then once it just became, insecure because they weren't doing security patches, I was just like, now skip this. And then I played with Linux. Been on Linux for 2 years. Cool. I don't know how long it's been for me. It's been over a year now, but maybe a year and a half or something. But I've played with it over the years, like 20 years ago. I messed around with it, but a couple times since then. But I never took it that seriously because it just felt too hard at the time. Nowadays, it's actually easy because you can just ask AI questions. I know it sounds lazy, but it's like, may as well. If you just can't figure something out, just ask AI and it'll tell you how to do it. That's how I got a lot of my stuff up and running. Some of it required pretty advanced installations and stuff, but, just follow the directions. Not that hard. Still duplicating. I think I know how to get rid of that, but I don't really feel like dealing with it right now. Let's see. I would have to close my Valora tab, which I don't really want to. I'll just let them duplicate for now. It's not a big deal. The reason they're duplicating is because I was using, I used SocialStream to compile all my chats, but SocialStream wasn't working with Valora for a while, and so I switched it over to Beam, and so now it's on both, and I just don't feel like messing with it. I think Steve from SocialStream fixed Valora recently, so that's why it's picking up in both places. Judges. Okay, so let's do... I've written probably like 120 either Python scripts or apps, like web apps and stuff, ever since AI became kind of mainstream. I used to be a developer, but I got burnt out and can't stand writing code anymore. So once I could write it with AI, I started making a ton of stuff. So I have all these scripts that save me a bunch of time. So that one, for example, makes my thumbnails for my videos for me. It puts my little logo on there and types out the name of the chapter and all that jazz. I have a ton of these utility scripts. But yeah, I think this is going to be a short stream today. I just felt like getting on because I couldn't sleep, but I should probably get some stuff, either get some stuff done or try to sleep again. My schedule is very messed up lately. I've been working on trying to set up a small business and doing a ton of stuff related to that, and so it kind of messes with my sleep schedule. So anyway, one chapter is probably all I'm going to do, so I think I'm going to head out today. Might be on again. I'm going to stream a few more times, kind of somewhat regularly, partially because this is how I do my Bible study, by doing these edits, but also, you know, it's the last week before DLive goes offline. I just figured I'd do a few last minute streams. It's actually less than a week now because they made it earlier. It's going offline the 27th, I think, or at least the end of the 27th. I don't know, but before the end of the month. Originally, it was going to be end of the month. Trovo's also going offline. Yeah. Yep. Yeah, it sucks. I kind of have this weird fascination with streaming to as many platforms as I possibly can. I think my record is either 19 or 20 simultaneously. And so it's kind of disappointing when platforms disappear, because then my number gets smaller. I think I'm only on like 13 now, and then like once those two go away, it'll be down to 11. Oh no. But it's kind of pointless to stream to so many places, but I just do it for fun. But yeah, DLive is kind of it used to be my home. I started there in 2019, and so it's been almost 7 years now, and it's kind of sad to see it go. It's been on the decline for a very long time, so it's not surprising, but met a lot of friends there. Most of my streaming friends came from DLive, so had good times, and it's kind of all over now. So I kind of had my, I guess you'd call it a mourning period some years ago when they just started making a bunch of terrible mistakes, and the site just kind of wasn't what it used to be. So I kind of already had my sad moments of seeing it kind of go away. But now that it's actually officially going offline, it's kind of a little bit sobering or a little bit sad, I guess. I don't know. But oh well, that's the way it goes. I mean, honestly, I hate to be a cynic, but most of the small platforms are going to disappear. I mean, you can put your whole heart and soul into something and have all the hope in the world, but I've just seen so many disappear. I'd be surprised if any of them survive, but somebody maybe will eventually figure out how to make it profitable. You have to bring in more than you put out, like financially, and that's really hard to do. But oh well, it's not my problem. I'm not part of the platform staff, so I guess I'll hope for the best and use whatever platforms are out there while they're around. Anyway, I'm going to head out. Thanks for joining me. Good to meet you, T. Maybe I'll see you around sometime. But I'll catch y'all later. Later.